Hello, Woha, esteemed judges, and everyone watching around the world. My name is Roopa Modha, and I am a finalist for the Woha. I strongly believe that we all have the power within us to make a positive impact in this world. And I don't think we need to be concerned about whether it's to one person or many, because I really believe that even if you impact one person's life positively, it will cascade forward and help so many others. I really feel that all of us are responsible for amplifying the voices of those less fortunate than us. We need to rise up, come together, and help anyone who is less privileged than us to make a difference in this world. There's a saying I adhere to from Sanskrit that says, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. This means that the world is my family. When you look at the world with this perspective, you will quickly find that it will make you want to help others because you will immediately see the other as no longer an other, but your own. Because after all, if we are one family, we are one. So there's no need to compartmentalize by things like race, ethnicity, gender. To me, I have been working hard for many years to help girls get equal education and equal access to quality education. Because I feel that everyone in this world has to get equal access to all our rights, because education to me is not just a privilege, it is a right. If you look at the figures around the world, the numbers are staggering as to how many girls do not have access to education. Just a few years back, this number was at 65 million girls around the world. That has now jumped to 132 million girls around the world, and the number is steadily rising due to conditions right now like COVID and the social situation we are seeing in other countries around the world. So now is the time to rise up. Now is the time to act. We cannot sit complacent. 2/3 of those who are uneducated in the world are girls. So that's a staggering figure. And when you see the world as a global family, I think you see the importance of all of us needing to contribute towards this cause and helping girls get that access they need. Personally, I have tried to use any endeavor of mine to try and help girls around the world get that access and the education they deserve. As an ambassador for Girl Rising and an ambassador for Indian Dreams Foundation, I created unique initiatives to help girls get access. I've written a children's book, given all the proceeds to girls' education. I wrote a song called I Rise, a power anthem for women empowerment, gave the proceeds to girls' education. And for IDF, I helped them raise $10,000 in 3 days to become vetted with the United Nations. So you must be asking yourself, why should we be helping girls? What's the benefit in this? I have broken it down into 3. Number 1, it benefits families. Number 2, it benefits us financially. And number 3, it benefits our futures. Let's start with number 1, benefiting families. Statistically, they've shown that mothers are more likely to care for the children's well-being nutritionally and in terms of their health. So when you educate a mother, it directly increases the lifespan of their children because they have that knowledge and ability to care for their children to a greater extent. For example, educating girls results in malnutrition rates lowering, lower mortality rates, healthier children, and less cases of HIV being contracted. A child of an educated mother is 50% more likely to live beyond the age of 4. That's significant. In fact, over the last 40 years, women's education has prevented over 4 million child deaths. Think about that. 4 million child deaths were prevented because they were able to educate women. So it benefits your family, not just the nuclear family, but our global family at large. Financially, educating girls has an impact on countries' economies directly. For example, when you educate a girl, you're strengthening the family too financially and increasing the number of individuals who will be able to leave an impact in this world in a positive way. Currently, 65 countries are losing approximately 92 billion per year by not educating women. Simply educating just 10% more girls increases the GDP of a country by 3%. That's significant. In India, for example, enrolling 1% more girls in secondary schools would increase the GDP by $5.5 billion. So as you can see, educating girls is essential for economies to thrive. In terms of our future, this is important because we need generations to be able to have knowledge and access and continue to grow and make a difference in this world. We need a more literate population, which mothers will enforce and carry forward if children see both their parents are getting an equal education. We can break the poverty cycle. We can break and reduce the cycle of sexual violence as women get educated. We can reduce child marriage. We can even slow population growth. 90% more women are likely to invest back in their families, and that will carry forward into future education. Now, for example, with me, I was able to get an education thanks to the support of my parents, and I have a background in science, computer science, law, and even pre-med courses. But yet, when I went to some of these science-based courses, like computer science, I was often questioned, was I in the right class? Now, that's stigma against girls that we need to change because women are capable of making a difference. And this education needs to be carried forward, not just towards women, but we need to tell our boys this too. We need the support of everyone. That's why I began by saying we need to amplify the voices collectively. We need everyone to speak up, and together we can make this impact and difference. There's still burdens that girls face to getting quality education. One is cultural and societal mindsets, such as the one I just mentioned, where we think girls cannot do fields like engineering and computer science. When we look at statistics and when we look at the population, women have been everywhere, from NASA to local dance chapters, music, law, medicine, anything you name, you can easily find women who have topped it and contributed. So we need to break the societal mindset that women are not equal. And that starts by teaching our boys the same, to tell them to respect women, to encourage girls to get an education, to teach girls they are no less than another. So that's what I want all of you watching this to carry forward. I want you to be the ones to be that voice, to teach others that women are equals and can make a difference. In many cultures, safety is still an issue because when girls are traveling, it is not safe for them. So we need to implement maybe more police. We need to have communities come together, maybe collectively go together and encourage women to go. Remote learning is something that has grown in recent times, but still women are not given equal access. So that's something I think we need to encourage and perhaps invest more in these companies that provide remote learning for girls. For many cultures, they see girls as leaving the family once they're married, and that's why they don't want to invest in them. But the investment is for your future generation. So that's something that we need to work on as individuals to encourage those that we see trying to prevent girls from growing to know that girls can make a difference and you're investing in your future. And also, for many societies, they consider when a girl is on her menstrual cycle, this is impure, and they don't let her go to school. So then she gets a huge gap month to month. We need to change this mindset. So yet again, these are cultural and societal norms that we can all contribute to and help. So I want to conclude by saying it's so essential that we give girls equal education in every field. For example, I'm a lawyer, but only around 5% of women in this field make it to partner. So we need to speak out. We need to be the voice. We need to amplify these causes and always amplify any cause that is close to your heart. Because we want to make a positive impact. We want to leave a positive legacy on this planet. And that responsibility comes to us. And as a woman of heart, we need to show that compassion and caring nature and make a difference and use our platform. Use every individual we know to speak out, to encourage them to come together to make a difference. So rise up. Rise up for change. Rise up for positivity. Rise up to make a difference. Come together, and we will be able to make a positive difference on this world, starting with our own and expanding out to our global family.